Hey, how's it going? James here with a bit of a pickup video. These are the things that I've grabbed over the past handful of months, 3, 4-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyways, eagle-eyed viewers will notice I'm wearing the exact same thing as the Berry Game Exchange video that was uploaded prior to this. Yes, I'm doubling up on filming 2 in a day. I'm lazy, but at least I'm trying to get the content out there. It's a work in progress, but I'm hoping to go with bi-weekly or weekly, and the only way I can start doing that is if I force myself to actually sit down in front of the camera and start doing it. Anyways, having said that, 95% of this is electronic. There is one item that's not gaming related at all or electronic, but I'm going to throw it in anyways because I bought it for me. And we'll start it off right here with a delightful knife. And I'm a knife guy. I tend to somewhat, I wouldn't say lose them, but misplace them, and then I buy another one, and another one, and another one. But I get them when they're cheap at least. This one's very nice. Looks nice, feels nice, it's got good weight. Has a clip, which, you know, I despise buying any of these pocket knives without a knife that I can clip it to my pants or whatever. Regular is like 50 or 60 bucks, and no, absolutely no. But when I was walking through my local Canadian Tire for whatever else, and I saw this on the shelf on fire sale for 10 bucks, I'm like, you know what? 10 bucks, I can lose it, I can damage it, and I don't really have to care. Alrighty, next up, we actually renewed our ISP for another 2 years, and it ends up being faster than what we had, and faster to the point that my equipment wouldn't actually support it. So we're at 1.5 gig now. And my last wireless router, it was already pretty old. It was freezing at times. It was kind of crapping out. It was time to replace it anyway. So whether or not we did do the renewal of our service with our provider, this needed to happen anyways. And I wasn't quite going to go this expensive, but it was on sale on Amazon. I believe it was in the neighborhood 150 bucks off. I'm like, all right, I'll try it, and worst case I hate it, you know, send it back kind of thing. Luckily I do like it. It's great. That is the Asus RTAXE 7800. No, I did not memorize that. I am looking at a screen and reading it right off the freaking box. But yeah, it's a pretty cool router. It's downstairs, it's plugged in. I'm not holding it up to the camera. This is what you get. But it's got a single 2.5 gig Ethernet port, which is just fine for me because that's still below what our ISP is offering us. So I can get full range of my speed through the wireless at least. It comes in from the basement server rack into this through the 2.5G port. It does have, I believe, 4 other 1 gigabyte ports. That's fine. It's only Xbox and things going through it. Nothing that's going to utilize the extra speed anyways, in my opinion. But it's been great, and the range on this thing is remarkable. I mean, absolutely kicks the teeth out of my last one. So I'd have to say happy. My wife's happy. We're both getting better signal elsewhere through this area. Cool beans. Little pricey, even with the discount, but I should hopefully be able to leave this plugged in for the next 3, 4 to several years and hopefully not have to replace it again. Alright, next up, Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. Fantastic. I've only got about 90 minutes into this. So much freaking fun though. Outrageous amount of fun. If you're a beat 'em up fan, I think this would be up your alley anyways. And if you're a Double Dragon fan of any sort, then this is definitely something you got to check out. Retail copy, I believe here in Canada, I paid 40 bucks for this. I think it's definitely cheaper digital. I think it was like upwards of $8 to $10 cheaper digital through Steam or whatnot. But I like to have the physical copy anyways, and luckily for me, this did not disappoint. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Definitely recommend it if you're into the beat 'em up genre. Next up, I didn't need it, But I had a little bit of extra cash that I've been doing a lot of side gigs and side jobs and just sort of storing it away. And this popped up. I'm like, all right, you sold me. The Insta360 Go 3. I've been a GoPro fan for quite a few years. I've owned 2 or 3 of them. But their line has gotten kind of strange with their whole accessories, and I think they call them pods or add-ons or whatever nonsense it is, where you have to buy the front-facing screen and buy your microphone and all that. No, the camera's already freaking expensive enough, and then you have to buy all these accessories on top. This hopefully will be my go-to in the future. Comes with, look at this GoPro, look. It comes with the front-facing screen attached to the body in the box. You don't pay extra for it, so that's already a massive win in my opinion. Been looking at these for a while, not specifically this, but the 360 Go line for a while, and there's always been shortcomings that made me not want to get it. There was a finite time that you could record. I believe it was between 7 to 15 minutes was the maximum. They had overheating issues. You couldn't actually just take the file straight off of the camera. You had to run it through one of their apps or softwares before you could even export it to somewhere else to actually, do editing. I said no to all that. All those issues have been rectified with this. Not waterproof in terms of this body, but this does carry an extra battery, so you can double charge up your camera if you want to call it that. This is completely waterproof. It's got a magnet. It comes with, little pendants and things you can attach to your clothes and hat and whatnot. But it's a pretty cool device, not going to lie to you. I'm pretty impressed with it. My only gripe with these things when they announce them is that the base model is 32 gigs, which is so freaking laughable in 2023. Scrap that. 64 gigs minimum should be what they offer with these. But nonetheless, I should state it. You're going to buy one. You cannot expand the memory after the fact. I ended up going with the 128 gigabyte model because, like I just said, you can't expand the memory later. I don't want to take this away on a vacation. Whatever, I forget to delete the files or take them off, and I'm in a situation where I need data space and I don't have it. At least with 128 gigs, I should be able to mitigate that. And be able to get some pretty cool shots that I otherwise can't get with like the DSLR that I'm looking at right now. It's not really that portable. Can't put it up anywhere really that easy. You've just got to have a gimbal, all that kind of... No. This thing here, like I say, it's magnetic. Kind of a pain in the butt to get out. Really strong magnets, but you can just put this up on a telephone pole or a metal cabinet or a sign behind you, anywhere vlogging. And you don't really have to rely on a tripod or a selfie stick or anything, because this kind of just does it all. Pretty cool little device though, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully I can utilize this in the future for some more vloggy type content and just for more interesting shots, whether, be sticking it more into an arcade machine, that kind of a deal, and getting a better look from a camera that I can't otherwise fit into a tight space. And lastly is this. I think I did okay price-wise. I've seen what I know it's the wrong way to look at it, but I'm just using it as an example, like price charting, that kind of thing. What the selling prices on these things, I think it's ridiculous. But I think I did okay, and I should be able to make a buck on this. And that is a complete boxed NES. It's got the foam inside, it's got all the accessories, and it came with 2 games. Kung Fu, I know it's a super cheap one. I'll probably just leave it in the control deck because I don't need it. It can go to the next owner that hopefully does buy this from me. And Shinobi, the black cartridge, Tengen or Tengen, whatever way you pronounce that. I would have bought that anyways. I've actually been seeking out a copy for a handful of years. I just never stumbled across one in decent condition. Luckily, the one that came with this was mint. And I think it's a pretty cheap game, like 20-ish bucks. So I would have spent that 20 bucks anyways, in my opinion, or at least my view. And I paid 100 for the whole thing. So I'm into it for 80 bucks is the way I look at it now. And even though the box is not in the greatest shape, like I said, it's all there. I would be very surprised if I couldn't at least become or have an outcome in the green on this, putting it on a vendor table in the future. I price it super cheap, more so than anyone else at the show. Hopefully someone says, hey, you know what, box a little dinged up, I'd rather save an obscene amount of money and grab it off of you versus, you know, someone else. Makes no difference to me. Like I said, as long as I get more than 80 bucks for this thing, then I'm laughing. Anyways, that is it for my couple of grabs here. Hopefully you enjoyed. More content in the future, yada, yada, yada. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Catch you next time.